Hi, my name's Sherry Gilbert, and I am a certified hypnotherapist and relationship coach. Today, I want to talk to you about choosing to thrive during COVID-19 and practicing physical distancing rather than social distancing. I know that we're hearing in the news and everywhere you turn, social distancing, and we are processing that as a need to stay away from other people. In the mental and emotional wellness community, we're talking about physical distancing. You need to be physically 6 feet different from other people to not get exposed to the virus, but we still need to create that social connection. So let's talk about how do we practice physical distancing with social connection. We know that social isolation reduces our immune system function. And right now, you need your immune system functioning at its absolute best. We also know that solitary confinement is considered the worst punishment a human can receive. In fact, in many countries, solitary confinement is outlawed as a form of torture. If we can talk about physical distancing and continuing to have social connection, then we can actually stay safe, but get our need for emotional connection, mental connection met in a way that's safe. If you look at this picture of these two ladies sitting on the park benches, they are far enough away that they are safe. They are at least 6 feet apart. They are not in danger of catching the virus, but they are getting the social connection that they need. They can see the eyes lighting up. They can see the facial expressions, the body language. They can see the other person responding to what they're saying. They can hear the voice in person. It's different when we hear it digitally. This creates so much emotional connection for us. We actually have 3 possible stress responses. Most of us think about stress response as the fight, flight, freeze that we get in a threatening situation. But we can also have a challenge response or a tend and befriend response. So let's explore what those really mean. Fight or flight, the threat response, which is what most of us have in a stressful situation, allows our body to produce more cortisol, which reduces inflammation. Our blood vessels constrict so that if you're bitten by an animal or a snake or something, you're not going to die. Your heart pumps more blood. You have extraordinary strength and power. And this is very handy if your life is truly in danger, if a tiger is chasing you down. But we do know that this response is supposed to be for short-term stress. A tiger is chasing me. I'm about to get eaten. I need to be able to run away or fight off the danger. But long-term, this response is not healthy for us. It can actually promote getting sick. It reduces our quality of life. It can introduce depression, anxiety, and if it's long-term enough, it can literally shorten our lifespan. This response is supposed to be for short-term threats. The tiger's chasing me. He decided to eat another villager. I didn't really like that villager anyway, and now I'm safe because the tiger's not going to be hungry for a couple of days. That's what this fight or flight response is for. And then when the danger is over, it's supposed to reduce and go away. We're in a long-term stress factor here. So what we want to do is look and see if we can turn it into a challenge response and see this as a challenging situation that we can rise to meet. When we see it as a challenge situation, we actually increase the DHEA that's available for our brain. This improves neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is our brain adapting to the current situation rather than shutting down and fighting the current situation. It also facilitates action. What are the steps that you can take now? It increases your self-confidence. It helps you learn. It opens your blood vessels. You feel more energized, more psyched. It turns the fear into excitement. Think back to being in school, or maybe a big work project that you had to do and it got left to the last minute. You had to pull an all-nighter and get it done. You were ramped up, you were hyped up, you felt like maybe you did your best work ever. That's the challenge response. This is where stress is actually good for us. If we can turn this into a challenge response and use it in a way that meets the needs of our life currently, and then sets us up for success when things go back to normal. That's the challenge response, and we're all going to do better if we can do that. The third response is tend and befriend. This is rooted deeply in our evolution because humans are social and cannot survive on our own. It helps us produce more oxytocin. Oxytocin is called the love hormone or the cuddle hormone. It encourages social interaction. It repairs our heart. It motivates caregiving and drives us to seek support. It increases the release of dopamine. Dopamine is our reward system. That improves our motivation. It improves serotonin, which is perception and intuition. It increases our social skills. And it lets us be more courageous, and it turns our fear into hope. This is really very important too. This is where we gather as communities. This is you taking care of the people in your life. And maybe we can't do it in the same way that we normally do, but we can do that. How can you reach out to people that are maybe having to shelter in place all alone, or they're sheltering in place in a family situation that's not emotionally healthy for them? Maybe they're more at risk than you, so you can do grocery shopping for them. Maybe they are very overwhelmed because they're trying to work from home, raise their family, take care of the people in their home. What can you do? Maybe you can send them a package. You can send them a smiley emoji. You can do a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting with them. How do we tend and befriend in a situation where we need to be physically distant? We have to get creative, but it will make you feel so much better, and it will make them feel so much better. We all need an extra dose of being seen, heard, taken care of in this extraordinary time. Perhaps more than ever, we want to be intentional about giving the neural pathways in a brain for connection a good workout. With the things that we do on a regular basis, create neural pathways in our brain that are thicker and allow for us to do those activities more easily. What we're doing right now with isolating ourselves and not being in the big groups that we normally are, maybe not socializing in the same way, maybe not networking or working in the same way, is allowing those social neural pathways to actually get smaller and be reduced. And our isolation, stay alone, be afraid neural pathways are actually getting bigger and stronger and expanding. Think of them as roads. Which road do you want to be working on right now? The road that says stay home, stay isolated, stay afraid, or the road that says, look, I can get things done. I can connect with other people. I can help other people. I can be doing things that when my business gets back to normal, I can actually be promoting myself. What are the things that you want to be able to do more easily once this situation has become more normalized? Let's build those neural pathways. And we need to stay connected. I know it's getting a little hot here in Arizona, but in the early mornings or the evenings, it's still cool enough. Gather people around where you can sit 6 feet apart. Maybe that's in your driveway. Maybe that's in your backyard. Maybe that's on a hiking trail. Where can you be physically present and yet physically safe with people to create those social connections? You can use FaceTime, Zoom, House Party. I am not the biggest person for game night, but I have a lot of people in my life that love game night. And so House Party is so much fun for that because it's real interaction. It's not just staring at your face through Zoom another time and just figuring out what are we going to talk about. Because what are you talking about? You're talking about the drama and trauma in your life right now. So House Party is a really great option. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on your computer. Get together in person, but stay 6 feet apart. Video lunches. I do several video lunches a week. You can do those by dinner too. Just everybody make your lunch, sit and have a conversation. No conversation about COVID allowed. Just be social. Just enjoy each other's company as if you were able to go to a restaurant and connect. Video happy hour. This is a great one too. No one wants to sit and have a glass of wine by themselves. So connect with the people you would like to go to happy hour with, but maybe you can't normally do it because they live in another state or in another country. Go ahead and do that now. Video movie night on platforms like Zoom. You can be showing that on your screen and sharing it with people the way I'm showing my slide with you, and you can stay connected. Make some popcorn, get your favorite movie snack, and enjoy the movie together as if you could go to the movies together. Keep to a schedule. Get up in the morning. Remember to shower, to dress. If you wear makeup, do that. Put on your shoes. Get ready for your day, no matter what you're planning to do for your day. Read 10 pages of a good book every day. Watch a video that makes you smile. There's some really great YouTube videos out there, and in particular, there's some really great YouTube videos about Zoom meeting fails. So as a little piece of awareness, if you are in a Zoom meeting, turn off your video if you have to go to the restroom during the meeting, because somebody's going to post it on YouTube. I promise you that. Connect with someone and let them know what they mean to you. If you are familiar with Brene Brown, in one of her books, she talks about her square squad. Take a one inch piece of paper and write down on it the first names or initials of maybe all your mentors, teachers, people who made a huge change in your life and really impacted you in a positive way, the kind of people that you'd reach out to for good advice. I updated my Square Squad and I wrote a letter to each of them at the beginning of quarantine to let them know how they have impacted my life in a positive way. And I hope that it made them smile the day that they received it. It made me smile every day that I wrote one of those letters. Eat good, healthy food. You know, we've talked about the freshman 15 when you go off to college and you gain that 15 pounds. I'm talking to a lot of people that are gaining the COVID-19. And when we eat unhealthily, it actually affects our digestive system. And our digestive system produces a lot of our immune system. So eat good, healthy food. Move your body, walk, hike, dance, stretch. Keep your bedtime routine in place. Don't stay up half the night streaming things on Netflix. I promise those same videos will be there tomorrow. Do something that's good for your career or your business. Is there a certification that it would be helpful for you to get? And is there a way for you to get it through distance learning now? Is there a book that you should read? If you own your own business, maybe you can be stockpiling social media things that you're going to put out, videos and posts. What are things that you can be doing right now to improve your career or your business? Help someone. You know, one of the things that makes us feel the best is help someone. Grocery shop for somebody. Send them a care package. Call and check in on them. If you know that their shelter-in-place situation isn't ideal, reach out to them in some way. It will make them feel good, and it's going to make you feel really good. Spend 20 to 30 minutes on a project that never seems to get done. Clean out that closet. Write that report. Whatever it is that you need to do, what that project is, get it done. If you are sheltering in place with people that you care about, kiss or hug them. If you're lucky enough to be sheltering with your significant other, make love to them. Make a list of all the things that you're proud of and read it to yourself 3 times a day. I don't care if this is a spelling bee you won in 2nd grade or a compliment that you received yesterday. Every time you read it, you can add things to it. This actually changes your neural pathways and helps you feel more confident, more energized, more hopeful about the future, and we all need that. So do what you need to do to feel safe, to protect yourself, to take good care of your health. Be 6 feet away from people. Wear masks, wash your hands, do all the things that you need to do to be safe and still socially connect. We all need to see smiles. I hope this little doggy face makes you smile. When you're out and about, particularly if you're wearing a mask, make sure you smile. Your eyes will show that you're smiling. When you're at the grocery store, smile at people, wave to people, say hello to people. Notice the last couple of times I've been at the grocery store that people didn't want to make eye contact with me. They didn't respond when I said hello. I hope that my effort in that direction made them feel better anyway. People really can tell if you're smiling, even if you're wearing a mask. I work in an executive suites building, and happened to be passing an attorney in the hall a couple of weeks ago, and she was going to go into a conference room and meet with a few people. So she was wearing her mask, and she called out ahead down the hall to me, "Sherry, I'm smiling at you. I just wanted you to know." And I laughed and I said, "I know you're smiling. I can see it in your eyes. You really can tell when people are smiling at you, and it will make them feel better, and it makes you feel better too." So just smile, wave, say hello. You can do that from 6 feet apart. You need that, they need that, and let's choose to thrive. We actually have more power over this than we think. One of the worst parts of this situation is feeling you're powerless. So where are the places that you can take control back? Where are the places that you can have power back? Do those things. You may be really surprised at how much better you feel. Again, I'm Sherry Gilbert, asking you to choose to thrive.